Welcome all. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action coming up for you. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for Jabari Smith.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games, looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line, and it's been fun to watch.
So the Houston starting 5. At small forward and power forward, it's Brooks and Smith. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt, and it's Şengün in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Bulls, they've got Josh Giddey, also Kobe White out there, Zach LaVine out there with Jalen Smith, and it's Swift in at the 4-man spot. You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, B.A., it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
Here we go. And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. And one thing we've been keeping track of here, MP's not in my house declaration. He wants them to be the best home team in this league.
And so far, it's been a rough go for this team on their home floor lately. They dropped the ball a bit here, pun intended, and MP is focused on making sure they get back on track. I'm interested to see how they respond to this adversity.
White with it. They really needed more from him in the loss to Cleveland. Here's Swift, covered by Smith. 6 to shoot. Here's Giddey. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Giddey continues to work on improving his offensive game, including his mid-range jumper.
Well, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
We'll go now to Allie LaForce, who spoke with Billy Donovan. Allie.
We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game, and if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now, here's Green. He chipped in with 13 points in his last game. Şengün, a screen on White. Here's Van Vliet. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Keeping the game simple. Van Vliet just working the defense and taking what he sees there.
Here's Swift, covered by Smith. Lets it fly. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Giddey's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
Yeah, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Now here's Brooks. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Fires in the triple.
Yeah, looking so comfortable out there on the perimeter. Smith has really invested in getting this shot dialed in.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. So for the Rockets, Eason's checked in for Brooks, and Holiday subbed in for Van Vliet. Well, if you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Outside Giddey. Picked by Smith. Here's Swift. This shot's good on the assist by Giddey.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
And it's Holiday with the ball for Houston. Outside Eason. Outside Green. Smith with the rebound.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Count it.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
The Rockets trail. Holiday looking for an opening. Smith inside. That one doesn't drop. The Bulls have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Levine. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
And that's just strength right there. Levine's time in the weight room paying off.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, the way they've been attacking inside is phenomenal. Consistently getting high percentage looks, and that's what great offenses are all about.
And another thing, they found the open man. Really playing unselfish basketball, moving the ball around there on the perimeter.
Will stand for the Bulls. The DeRozan, Levine, Vucevic era didn't lead to the playoff success they'd hoped for.
No, Brian, 2 losses in the play-in tournament and just 1 playoff appearance, which resulted in a quick first-round exit. Changes were definitely necessary. Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever... and deceptive combo guard.
Holiday finds Smith. Outside Holiday. Green for 3. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Green's got 5.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
To the inside. Smith against Şengün. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. And here's Holiday. No points yet. Pass to Şengün. Here's Easton. Levine with some nice D. Chicago leading by 3. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. No, stop it in there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a 3-point play. It's going to be on Tari Eason. Chicago shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. Some changes for Chicago. Williams has checked in for Smith. The Sumu comes in for Levine. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Giddey. And Houston will go for a different look here. Adams checked in for Alperen Şengün. Green comes in for Smith. Hinton's checked in for Green. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Holiday. Eason, pass to Hinton. Now VanVleet. Adams with a screen on Ball. 3-pointer, VanVleet. The shot comes out. And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls out in front, up by 5. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Torrey Craig out there with Talen Horton-Tucker. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu, then it's Williams, and it's Ball in at the point. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Rockets trail by 5. Pass to Shepherd. Here's Adams. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Changes. Alperen Şengün comes in for Adams, and it's Dylan Brooks in for Shepherd. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? Don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. Look, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster?
0. Undefeated, Brian, undefeated.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide-open man.
Now here's Van Vliet. Really played well against the Clippers in his last game. Pass to Şengün. And Smith over to help. Brooks outside. Clock at 6. Shot to stop the run. Swift pulls it in. Swift's got 4 rebounds now.
It's just so hard to score in this league, especially when you're out of rhythm. You got to feel for him tonight.
Yeah, there's really no excuse for missing that one. That's just a blown opportunity.
And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too. But D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
And Ime Udoka has called timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. White, he's checked in for Ball. Jalen Green, he's checked in for the Rockets. Holiday comes in for Fred Van Vliet. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. The drive by Brooks. Nice D from Levine.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Swift gets the bucket. Swift's got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, because he's a good scorer, White attracts attention, and that creates passing lanes.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball's in his hands. Right?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. Swift, the pass to Giddey. Here's Swift, defended by Eason. Pass to Levine. Long-range prowess of Levine.
And Zach Levine, never bashful, answers right back.
Outside Eason. .23 seconds left to play in the first half. Stolen by Giddey. And now the Bulls in transition. Eason with a steal. Pass to Green. From deep. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. Back after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drum roll. They're measuring up the shots. You almost have it. Give it up for the participants.
Hi, everybody. We've got your favorite. You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear sunglasses on the set? You know, I'm looking at Shaq's head, and it's really that wax he put on his head. Oh, my God, it's just glaring in my eyes.
Well, it deflects away the haters like you, Kenny. Glad to know it's working.
You have any extra, Biggin?
You don't need it, Ernie. You always shine.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Chicago Bulls.
I mean, when you go inside and impose your will this way, you're delivering a gut punch.
Yeah, there's a whole other half to go, but the way they're winning this makes them the heavy favorite now. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. So the Rockets 5 now. Van Fleet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. At small forward and power forward, it's Brooks and Smith. And it's Şengün in at the 5 down low.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's Swift. Brooks defending and out of bounds. Houston will have it. With a brief pause, here are the most difficult teams to score against over the last 10 games. Number 1, Chicago.
Well, their defense over the last 10 games has been exceptional. They're really getting after it and communicating well on that end of the floor.
Outside, Green. From downtown, Chicago with a rebound. Smith's got 4 rebounds in the game. It's Giddey on the wing. Rebounded by Green. Rockets trail by 13. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season. More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Levine with a screen on Smith. Swift sinks the 15-footer. Swift's got 16 points. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Smith outside.
I see him.
Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Brooks. Giddey against Green. 6 on the shot clock. Green going at the D. The shot's good. He's got 7.
Yeah, they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Swift gets the bucket.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard.
And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. 15-point game. There's a screen. Fires for 3. Oh, Jalen Green with the sweet stroke.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
White, the pass to Swift. Up and over Smith. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Rockets trail by 12. Down low. It's deflected. And he's able to get it back. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Swift, the pass to Giddey. Here's Swift from the arc. Brooks with the rebound. Pass to Van Vliet. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And he gets the bucket. Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Some changes for Chicago. The Sumu comes in for Giddy, and it's ball in for White. And the Rockets making a change here as well. Eason's checked in. Now here's Ball. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Here's Swift, covered by Smith. Swift can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 10. Right side Easton. To the wing, right side. And there's Smith. That one's good on the assist from Eason.
Yeah, pretty slick move by Smith. You got to have a strong handle to go up against NBA defenders.
Outside Levine. Here's Swift, covered by Smith. Pass to Smith. Here's Ball. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Fred VanVleet.
And it's been interesting watching Ball find his place in the league. He's done a good job improving his game and focusing on the things he does best.
Shooting two.
And he knocks down the first one. So both teams making some changes here. Here for Chicago. And the Rockets making a change here.
All right, we got him.
Here's Swift. Ooh, stolen by Smith. We've got Zach LaVine, Josh Giddey out there with Kobe White. Then there's Jalen Smith. And it's Swift in at the power forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And it's Green missing.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
VanVleet against White. VanVleet up top. Over White. VanVleet misses. Chicago leading by 14. Picked by Smith. Here's Swift. He's got another one. That's 10 for 15 now.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Now here's Brooks. The Rockets again can't hit.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Grant, how about Kobe White going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes?
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
Chicago has gone 5 of 10 from beyond the three-point line in this game. Here's White. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
Yeah, to put together this kind of performance at both ends of the floor on the road, it's impressive.
And it's Green missing.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize. It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Bulls.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And this win will give them 12 on the year thus far.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
Here's Swift. After the Rockets picked up a basket a moment ago. Here's White. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. And the Bulls lead by 21.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Now here's Smith. Off target with the three. Driving to the basket.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got... clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Now Green. Van Vliet outside. Sinks it from distance.
And when Van Vliet kicks it up a notch, get out of his way. Keep letting him do his thing.
Pass to Swift. Fires from 14. He can't hit that time. So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that'll do it, folks. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Huge moment on the show today as I am ready to unveil my ultimate NBA Dynasty rankings.
All right, I mean,